Hey, this is part 8 of the SotN tutorial. This is just basically going to be going over getting the bat relic and then doing some different momentum tricks and wing smashing with the bat, techniques like that, how to take advantage of surfaces, and then also the route up to when we're going to do the Richter skip, which is probably the most well-known sequence break for this game. Maybe that's not true, but it's a pretty big sequence break and pretty well known in the speedrun community. So, again, you don't need the gauntlet up to this point. It barely enhances the Buffalo Stars, if at all, but, you know, if you want it, you can have it. It's right next to the menu on the duplicator, only reason I got it. If you want to save menu time, I guess you can just skip it. So yeah, that base equipment setup, though, aside from the gauntlet. And hopefully you have 20 or more hearts at this point. Plenty of places to get big hearts before this. We got the stopwatch still to this point just for this room. Just jump over those. You can, use like a potion like I'm about to do with this guy, like the Mana Prism, to dash through that last group of enemies and through that flea armor. And by the way, this is a boss fight, but you hardly notice because you have the Buffalo Stars and the duplicator. So that's how that goes. If he gets up in the air or something, whatever, just jump and attack, you know. It's not a big deal. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, so we have the bat. Now is where the fun starts. Make sure you buy the library card because it's faster to get back here doing this rather than going back around with the bat. Alright, so, before I even, go through the rest of the route, let me just go ahead and cover all the bat stuff. So, obviously you push the button to turn into the bat, it's the right bumper, or R1, on a PlayStation controller. And the main spell you're going to be doing with this bat, you hold jump. You notice when you hold jump, which is the A button or the X button on the PlayStation 2 controller, you aren't able to move around, right? So this holds you in place and you're locked into the input. And they did this only for the wing smash. So you hold the jump button and then you can start holding up and then do 3/4 circle forward and let go of jump. That does the wing smash. You can also what I do is I hold, when I'm going forward, like just straight direction, I start out going forward and then full circle forward, let go, jump. And if I'm going upwards, I start with up and then hold up out of the letting go of jump, and that lets you go higher. So, something you can do especially when you're starting out here, like right here when you do the library card, you can do a backdash into bat, and it gives you some momentum like that. So then you'll do a backdash bat wing smash like that. There's other momentum tricks that we'll mainly be covering later, but one I want to point out to you in particular, I'm gonna go upward with the wing smash here, right? If I can do the input. Alright, so you notice that. Maybe a better place to be in a different spot to show this, but so you noticed how high I went there, right? Well, when I'm holding up against a ceiling, actually, it's probably not the best place to show it. Maybe right here would be better. But yeah, so you notice I go a little bit at an angle there, and then when I'm up against the ceiling and holding up before I wing smash, it's like a huge acceleration upward and diagonal. For some reason, surfaces give you a huge momentum boost when you're going off of them. Like, let me demonstrate again here. This will be relevant when you're going out of the library. If you were to wing smash here, you'd go straight forward, right? This is just me holding straight forward, nothing else, after the wing smash. When you wing smash off the slope and hold straight forward, so you go up first, and then you're going forward. So, it's just something to keep in mind. I'll show you a few places during the run. There's not very many where you can take advantage of surfaces to get a boost in the direction you want to go. But when you're just playing the game in general with any type of speed in mind, that's just something to take a note of. Now, Infinite Wing Smash, we just call it IWS. That's something a lot of people ask about, and it's pretty much the main speed technique. You're not going to be Buffalo Star dashing really at all at this point in the run. You're mainly going to be just doing IWS. So, you have this huge window after you start, like you notice I untransform, right, from the bat, when I do that. You have this huge window, though, to do the input again. Hold jump while you're going forward, and then do the full circle or whatever again to keep going. It basically has to be before you start to untransform. It can be any time, like, in that time frame, though. Like, well, I do it in the big room, so we're, well, I'm doing it right now, but I do it in the big room, so I have lots of room to do this. Maybe the bottom part of it. Yeah, and as you know, if you have any enemies in your way, a Buffalo Star is pretty much going to take them out. So, yeah, you can do pretty much anywhere here, like, it doesn't matter in any percent run, really, since you have infinite mana, like, how fast you do it, although, it may be inconvenient, to do it too fast in some cases, like when you're going through the tombstones in the second castle. Where are all these enemies coming from? So, you can do it, like, I'm gonna just say when I'm doing the input, like, when I go 1, 2, 3, I'm doing the input. You can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Each time I was saying a number there, I was doing an input. You can also do like 1, 1, 1, 1, like that. Like, that's pretty much the range you have. It's a pretty big range, lenient to get an infinite wing smash going. 1, 1, 1, 1. You may even be able to go slightly slower than that, but yeah, anywhere in there. Like, you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. Like, it really doesn't matter. You will get an IWS going. So, yeah, now that I have that covered, I mean, there will be some... Oh, one thing I should mention, another bat technique. You remember how we did the chain with the wolf to mist, like that? Well, there's one you can do with the bat as well. And it has a much different application, but you can do bat, mist, bat, like that. And it kills your momentum, you see. So, if you're, like, committed to a direction like that, like with the bat, and you want to, like, turn around or just stop the wing smash and go straight up, I'll show you a place in the outer wall going up where it's applicable, and then a few other places in the run, but yeah, like, say you accidentally caught this slope here, and, oh, I don't want to go all the way up there, right? Well, you can bat, miss, bat, and prevent that. Man, there are a lot of books and stuff here. Yeah, like that. See? So then you just go straight here instead of having to ride up to the ceiling there. I mean, it's just basically the same timing as if you were doing the wolf to mist. It's just immediate, like, just click one button to the other. Maybe you can hear it if I do this. Maybe not. Okay, so it wasn't that loud, but, like, that's pretty much what you do. Alright, now, covering the route then, going up to this point. So, you're got a library card, and then you end up here, you put the Mana Prism back on, you have full MP. Now, about here, I always try this little trick. This is something we're going to be seeing later, too, with the Richter skip. It works the same way. I'm going to try and clip through the floor here with the wolf. And it'll actually take me down and skip going around the library. I only try this once per run because it only saves about like 20 seconds maybe. But it's nice if you hit it. So it's always worth one try in a run, I think. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be dashing with the wolf, double tap like that, right? And what you're trying to do is fly like, you know, perpendicular to this. And go like straight into it. And you untransform at the right spot, so then it just like reads as most of your body being inside of the floor already, and just lets you like be down there. So this is actually not only pixel perfect and frame perfect, it's actually sub-pixel perfect. Arcado, you know, the taster who knows like everything about this game, he said that like when he does the same input on this, on the task, like, it sometimes hits it, sometimes doesn't. So just know, like, you're never going to hit this 100%. It comes down to luck, ultimately, but you can give yourself a pretty good chance if you do this. So I'm going to be dashing and jumping, like, about right here. Maybe that little, like, wooden pillar is a good indicator for you there. You can, like, line up the helm. You know, at first, you're going to be going so fast that it's just ultimately going to come down to, like, you getting used to it. And then I'm going to try and, when the wolf's nose makes contact during the jump with the stairs, untransform. It'll be somewhere in here. And then, hopefully it'll put me through. Okay, you noticed, like, you may not have noticed, actually. The screen, like, went up a little bit when I did that. I almost got it. It may have just been luck that I didn't get it. I was maybe on the wrong sub-pixel. But you notice I came really close there. So I'll try it a few more times. Okay, well that was also close. Apparently I'm bad at it. Or just unlucky, but more likely bad. There we go. So, once you're in here, you're stuck as Alucard, right? Well, if you transform into anything, if you transform into wolf, mist, or bat, you're going to be zipped downwards. So what you want to do, if you get this, is to transform into bat, go down here, not get hit by the flea man, actually, and, well, you want to go down and wing smash, and then, you know, if you do it right, you will, of course, this is tutorial, so I'm not doing anything right, of course, you'll get to the library entrance, which is where you ultimately want to end up. And you noticed that's a much shorter distance than, well, going around the library like this, like the other way, with that. So yeah, I mean, if you can hit that, I hit it like maybe once every 4 or 5 times I'm doing like races or runs. And of course, again, it comes down to luck, even if you hit the right frame. It's not even like frame perfect, it's sub-pixel perfect. So, don't be discouraged if you don't hit it often. Apparently it's harder to do than the Richter skip, according to Arcado. Like, it's less consistent than that. But, like, I hit it more often than I hit the Richter skip, I think, so I'm not sure. Like, most people have not hit this as much as they've hit the Richter skip, though, so don't be discouraged. You know, if you're not doing... I'm just going to use an elixir real quick, by the way, because I've been dicking around enough that you should really be at full health. They're pretty close here in a normal run. So anyway, so if you don't hit it, you know, you, let's just assume I'm gonna miss here. Like, ooh, I did a bad jump. Not even close. Okay, so the other option, again, you can miss bat there. IWS down here. Probably use a mana prism there. You know, just get through this pretty fast and efficiently. Using all those techniques I mentioned. So now we're heading up. We're heading to the castle keep through the clock tower. There's a nice little time saver here. I mean, you could just, if you don't want to risk losing time, just, you know, Buffalo Star Dash there. Something I like to do when coming out of this door, do another backdash bat. Okay, I don't know what I was doing there, but backdash bat up, and then for some reason I always hit this during a run, but it's not hitting the wing smash input there. But what you want to do when you come up here, you're going to wing smash here, but you're going to immediately untransform, like right after the wing smash input. So you do that, right? Then you just push up and go straight to the elevator. This saves like maybe a second. It's not a huge thing, but when you start getting at a high level of this game, every little time saver counts, so it's nice to be able to do this. See, like that. Like, that was pretty clean there. And, even my shield dashing speed, which, you know, is pretty fast, like, it's slower than doing that. So, for most people, especially, it'll probably be noticeably faster to do the little wing smash there instead of, Buffalo Star dashing. So, you come up here, you can use Potion, or Mana Prism rather, to get through the Medusa heads and stuff heading up. One thing to note here, for most people it's going to be easier and more consistent to just jump up, Buffalo Star Dash. For me, with my typical Buffalo Star dashing speed, it usually takes like 8 seconds to get this door open. A nice little time saver I've been messing with lately. It actually only saves about 1 second, but again, every second counts when you're like playing at a really high level. So, you're going to take advantage of the slope here, and you're going to fly to about here, miss bat off the wing smash, and come up here and do it again, and do that. Like, I'll just show you it, and you're pretty much going to have to just like watch this and mimic it if you want to do this. That was a little bit of a bad spot for the thing, and that's some mistake you'll make right there once in a while if you try this. In a race or something, might be better just go up the normal way for more consistency, but if you want to go really fast, again, you just gotta hit every miss bat here. That was a pretty good spot to untransform. I don't know why I'm like not hitting that last bat miss there, but that was pretty good. The screen transition again, like I should note, and again, that if you go straight through the door from that was about a second saved over going the other way. So just practice it a bit. You'll eventually hit it if you keep at it. Like, you'll hit it consistently. And again, I'd immediately untransform after that last wing smash because it will still push you forward to the door, but it's just not gonna like, if I didn't untransform here, like, I have to wait to untransform there. Whereas if I immediately untransform, I'm untransforming as I go to the door, and you can enter it faster. But something to keep in mind with the wing smash is, especially if you're trying to IWS or something, or do a transformation out of it. Remember how the screen transition screwed us over with the bat mist bat, or the wolf mist rise, rather? Like, your inputs are reset each screen transition you do. So suppose I tried to IWS, like here or something, right? Not that you ever would. But say I was trying to do an IWS right there, well, I mean, normally I couldn't because of the screen transition. So just note whenever you're going through a screen and you're trying to IWS that you should, make sure to immediately do the input after you enter the screen. Going through loading rooms with this way is probably the most consistent. There's the pacifist task that doesn't have the double jump for a long time or anything, or even after it gets the double jump. It does that. It's frames different if you do it perfectly, like maybe a couple frames. It's not even a huge difference. So, you know, go through those rooms however you're most comfortable. I recommend just Buffalo Star dashing. When you get in the clock tower, you're going to head up to the upper part of the clock tower quickly. You can do a couple things. It doesn't really matter. Remember, surfaces are helpful. You can either start your IWS like here. You have to do an IWS and hold upwards coming out of it to get up here. efficiently. Like, just make sure you hold up after every input of the IWS. But you can use that ceiling there. The other thing you can do, let's see, let's get back here. The other thing you can do is use the stairway. Like that. I always end up on the ceiling. You can actually redirect, like, look, you can redirect your IWS like that. I'm not very good at it, or I just haven't practiced it very much, haven't thought about it really when I'm doing it. But, you know, you can, reset your direction after an IWS input. And, like if I had hit that there, it would have done that. But yeah, you know, whatever you want to do, if you want to try and get here more optimally, I will eventually try and get that down. You want to switch to downward at, like, you know, somewhere up here. Somewhere where you start to see the ceiling, maybe. You want to just start going downward again. I mean, if you miss IWSs here, not a big deal. Just transform immediately into bat. And keep going up. Yeah, that wasn't very good. But, yeah, so we're just going through the clock tower. I like to go down here. Some people go down the right side. It doesn't really make a difference. Just try not to kill stuff. You can get away with flying straight up here. I mean, barely, as you saw there. But, I mean, you can do that. I like to do a backdash bat here twice. You could IWS straight through that little platform, but it's pretty inconsistent. Okay, there's a screen transition here, and this door is like really weird. I'm not exactly sure why. I think it's because it's like loads the next area at from here to Karasamon after you go through that door. But there's only certain spots you can keep a wing smash going straight through. Most of the time you hit an invisible wall, but I found on the lower part about around here. I'm not sure exactly, but it's around here, like where you can hit a wing smash to go straight through. Okay, it's probably a little higher than that, barely higher, because I remember okay, maybe a little lower actually, just barely lower. I remember being able to go right through here with the wing smash. There's also some kind of a teleport glitch there that you might see in TASes. I haven't exactly figured that one out, and Arcado hasn't really explained it to me well, so... but once you get in this room, just Buffalo Star Dash the rest of the way, pretty much. Another imitation of a boss fight, trying really hard. You can use a visual cue or an audio cue there, you can just get used to when, he's not there anymore, so I can't really show this, but either when his wings, stop, falling off, his feathers stop falling off, you can jump towards the door and get in, optimally. I usually wait on an audio cue, when that kind of, explosion sound stops is when I jump at the door. You're just saving frames at that point, though. Alright, now, if you're really hardcore and you're doing this, super optimally, I don't recommend it to start out. Even I'm not really doing this yet, but, when I do a really, hardcore run of this, I'm going to. You can just head straight to the keep here. Go up, use the ceiling. You will break this floor up here, but you want to not get quite to the loading point. I'll go over this in the next part. We're going to be doing the Richter skip next. It's up there. So, if you're new to the run, definitely want to save here. Because there are some places if you try and do this optimally where you can get, stuck. But, for most people, before I go over the Richter skip, because the final glitch you're going to be doing in the game is a lot easier and less stressful to do with the leapstone. So, and also there's a nice little bat tech, again, when you get the leapstone. So I'm just going to go down and get the leapstone. I recommend most people do this, especially in a race. But if you're going for like the record or something, you probably want to skip the leap stone. But anyway, so when you enter this room, just IWS over to the leap stone. I recommend using your mana prism after you reach the leap stone for invincibility more than anything else. So there's this technique you can do called a bat kick. That's what we call it. It's another momentum trick, kind of like backdash to bat, except you're doing a jump kick forward. Let me kill this guy first, real quick. Get him out of the way. So you see when I do a jump kick forward, just double tap the jump, and I guess it's 3 jumps actually. I mean, remember you could go out of the wolf or another transformation and do these jump kicks, but when you have the leap stone, you can just do it whenever you want. You notice the huge speed boost I get there, right? So you couple this with turning into the bat, and you carry the momentum with you, like that. It's like an extra wing smash right off the bat, basically, when you're turning into the bat. So if you were to get the leap stone, just do this, or I'm sorry, let's actually do it correctly. But I do this, then bat mist bat there, come up here, and then you're ready to start the next part with the Richter skip. You'll hit that switch, but from out here, not in there. I'll go over that in the next part. I'll keep the leap stone on me, but I'll just consider that you might not have it at this point, and then show you some of the similar stuff in the second castle without the leap stone. Alright, so the next part is going to be the Richter skip. It's the huge one. I'm going to go over the fast one in one video, the faster method, which is much harder, just really in-depth on the floor clipping and everything. The other part I'm going to do after that is on the slower method of the Richter skip, which is a lot more consistent for most people. It has a 2.5 minute detour. Actually, it's more like 2 minutes, I guess, when you have infinite mana, but it's a kind of a detour to go get the parts you need to do this, but a lot more consistent, so you can practice the faster one on the side, but still be able to do a run with the other Richter skip. So, yeah, I'll see you in part 9.